Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So it's now been a few days since the Xbox Game Showcase of 2025, and of course we all know that at the end of the showcase, Microsoft's gaming CEO Phil Spencer briefly mentioned that a new Forza game along with Fable will be coming out in 2026 to celebrate 25 years of Xbox. Now obviously for Forza Horizon fans on Xbox and PC who have been playing Horizon 5 since day one, this was not the news we wanted to hear, as this will mean that the current Horizon game will continue for at least another year, and with Playground Games no longer supporting this title on a monthly basis with new content, it kinda leaves this series in an awkward state, as while PlayStation 5 users are currently enjoying this series very much, Xbox and PC gamers have already started to stop playing altogether. So why isn't the next Forza Horizon game coming out this year, even though Playground Games had already stopped updating the title? Well, we finally have a proper answer. So, following the recent showcase, Xbox released a full podcast featuring Phil Spencer talking about everything from the upcoming Xbox handheld, his recent trip to Japan, yes, he really did go to the land of the rising sun recently, as well as the future of Xbox. And there was a segment in the interview where he goes into a little more detail about 2026, where he says, and I quote, "When you think about Fable, when you think about Gears, when you think about Forza, I mean, these are franchises that have been really part of what makes Xbox what it is today. And it's going to be a nice lineup next year. I love the games that we've launched so far in 2025. I think we have a strong finish to 2025. And then when I look at 2026 and our 25th anniversary and the franchises that we're going to launch in that year, I think it's going to be a really special year for Xbox next year." So basically, Microsoft simply wanted the next Forza title to be a part of celebrating 25 years of Xbox. Now, whether this is the only reason as to why the next Forza game was quote-unquote delayed until 2026, I'm not entirely convinced. I'm sure releasing Forza Horizon 5 on the PlayStation 5 recently also played a huge role, but with Gears of War E-Day, the Fable reboot, and the next Forza title all releasing in 2026, I must admit that is a pretty good lineup for Xbox next year. And as an original Gears head and loved the first Fable on the original Xbox, I'm going to struggle to balance my time between all these titles, and that's not even accounting for GTA 6 next year as well. Now, one thing that I did wish at the showcase that perhaps would have made the small announcement for the next Forza a little more exciting was to have released a small teaser trailer. I understand with the Forza Horizon series, all 5 titles had always followed the same pattern where it would be revealed or announced during the same year that it was released, but why not break that tradition? It would have certainly made the announcement a lot more impactful. It definitely would have created more eyes for next year with 25 years of Xbox. Now, I'm not saying to release a full announcement trailer, maybe enough of a tease for the Forza fans with a 30-second trailer, like, whoa, what's that car they're showing, or where is it set? I see some rainforests in the background, something to get more eyes on while not revealing much at all. I mean, if we look at Gears of War E-Day, they had a full-blown cinematic trailer at last year's showcase, and Fable, my goodness, this reboot was announced a long time ago, and we've even seen some pre-alpha gameplay. But with Forza, everything still remains a mystery. Which leads me to something else that I found which was rather interesting. So according to an insider by the name of Ecstasis, who was the guy that initially leaked Forza Horizon 5 coming to the PS5 well before it was officially announced, as well as also claiming that the game will be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 at some point. Well, just prior to the Xbox Game Showcase, he recently said, and I quote, "Internally, sources close to Playground Games and within Microsoft are saying that right now, the Playground Games team is completely focused on Fable. That's the absolute priority, and Forza Horizon 6 is still in early development." Alright, look, I understand that this leaker has been credible in some of the claims he has made in the past, but saying Forza Horizon 6 is still in early development, I gotta admit, that's pretty hard to believe, unless the next Forza game Phil Spencer was referring to was a remaster collection of all 4 Horizon games, kinda like the Halo Master Chief Collection, or early development, meaning that Playground Games and Microsoft has already agreed that this game is going to take more than 10 years to make. Then I just don't see how the next Horizon game is still so far from being shipped. Also, we do know that within the Playground Games studio, there are 2 separate teams within, one working on the Fable reboot, while the other is working on the Forza Horizon series. So I doubt that the Forza team will completely stop developing the next title just to push out Fable. Sure, there may be certain developers within that can work on both games, but to say that Playground Games is completely focused on Fable has kind of already been debunked, unless 1, we are getting Forza Street 2 in 2026, which is obviously a joke. 2, we are getting a new Forza Motorsport by turn 10, which is highly unlikely as that game was rebuilt as an evergreen title, meaning that it's a game that's constantly evolving and is going to last for many more years to come. Or 3, we are getting a remaster of some sort, which obviously takes far less effort to make as opposed to creating a new Forza Horizon game. Now, before we wrap up today's video, one idea that I did flirt with on X was that if the next Forza game was indeed a remaster, maybe we could potentially get the original Forza Horizon. I think that would be pretty cool, not in place of the newest Forza Horizon game, but as a celebration title along with 25 years of Xbox. I mean, out of all the Horizon games, I believe the first one deserves a remaster as it really was the most unique. Sure, if a remaster was to happen, it may not be exactly the same as the original, as some of the cars may be very difficult to license, as well as the music, and of course the sponsored ads like GoPro and Oakley all being implemented into the game. But if there is a way to do it, I would love to see one. I mean, Microsoft has done it with Gears of War, not once, but twice now with Gears of War Reloaded. Halo has also done one with the Master Chief Collection and is rumored to also have another remaster for the PS5 edition. So why not Forza? Give PS5 players a taste of what started it all, and then of course Xbox players get a chance to relive some nostalgia, and to top everything off, release Forza Horizon 6 in 2026. I don't know, but to me that would actually sound pretty dope. But anyways, what do you guys think? Share us all of your thoughts down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.